Hey everyone, and welcome back to my playthrough for Digimon World 2003. And we in the previous part we just left the Dum Dum factory, and we need to well, from here we need to go to the central sector, and I'm relatively confident with how much HP and MP that I've got, so I don't think it's going to be necessary to go to the Oasis to rest and, you know, to save and rest. So I think from here I'll just go straight to the point where I core Submarimon, and that will take me to the Plug Cape. From there I'll go to the Forest Inn. I will rest there, I will save there, and then I make way from the Forest Inn to the Asuka City, and I will make a start on the AOA. I think the plan is to use Black War Greymon, use Gigafire, and well, see how well I do. If my MP does get low and I need to rest, then I'll just have to return to the Forest Inn. That is the only option that I've got, and if it does come down to that, then there isn't really an alternative. But I'm going to keep my eye on my MP, I'm going to be very mindful. I don't want to end up getting into trouble where I'm out of MP and I'm unable to heal, unable to use any attacks that do reasonable damage. I don't want anything like that to happen. So I'm just pretty much going to be playing everything by ear. And the option of returning to the Forest Inn is just something that's there should it be necessary. Winning against the AOA, the AOA troopers, I think there's a few soldiers as well. Winning against them does score you, you know, quite substantial amounts of experience. So it's really helpful that when you do battle the AOA, it's really helpful that you're fighting with a Digimon who you want to level up, because the amount of experience you get from them is a good amount, and, you know, any Digimon will be leveled up pretty effectively from it. So we want to be using a Digimon who can win against the AOA relatively confidently, but at the same time we want it to be a Digimon who we want to be leveling up, so that we don't feel like the experience is going to waste. And Black War Greymon, I intend to get him up to level 99, which is a long way away. So Black War Greymon is a Digimon who I definitely want to level up. It's just a matter of how good he's going to be against the AOA, and I need to hope that Fire works relatively well against them, because Gigafire is a technique I am going to be relying on pretty heavily. Not just now, but for much of this playthrough. I see the Digimon here haven't gotten any better. They're just as puny as they always have been. Well, I was going to say these Digimon are a waste of time, but actually Flymon is probably more worth it. The Digimon that get us like 5 experience or like 10 experience, they're just a waste of time. It's like, I wonder if it would be better just to run away, because running away is probably quicker than fighting, and the amount of experience you get from them is so puny. It's like, is it really worth it? But Flymon is you know, probably worth it. So I'm happy if Flymon shows up, but the really feeble Digimon, they're kind of more of a nuisance than anything. So like this, do I really care about 22 experience points? Is it really worth the duration it takes for me to attack? Okay, so now I do need to have my wits about me. I need to make it to the Asuka Bridge and then the sewer area and the basement, and I can't be getting killed. I need to make it there alive, but I also, I need to be making it through Digimon. I need to be, winning battles and whatnot, but I do have to be very careful with my MP. And if it's going to cost MP for me to, win battles, if it's going to cost MP for me to comfortably win battles, then I do need to weigh it up. I do need to think whether or not I should just run away just to preserve my MP. I mean, I might be unsuccessful in running away. It may take a few tries. I may take a bit of damage in the process, but using Mega Heal a few times probably isn't as bad as using Giga Fire over and over again. I've made it this far unharmed, but this is the bit where, you know, where I am going to get a bit worried. This is the bit where, you know, I'm not saying I'm going to be getting defeated, but this is the bit where I'm either going to have to use MP or have a battle where I'm going to get attacked a bit or run away. You know, these are times where I'm going to be, if I'm not going to be losing HP, I'm going to be losing MP. If I'm not going to be losing MP, I'm going to be losing HP. And I may well be losing both HP and MP. So, you know, these are the times that are most worrying, and I'm choosing to run away. I'm putting my MP first. Wow, only one battle during the seabed. That could have been a lot worse, but there's going to be battles here as well. Let's just see what my regular attack does. Yeah, it's going to take 3 hits. I was hoping I might be able to do it in 2, but no. Well, since I've attacked him once, I think I'll finish him off. Okay, Datamon, do your magic. I really don't need these battles. You're probably going to take like at least 3 attacks. I don't want to be spending MP using Giga Fire in the hope of it maybe being useful. Ran away from the battle, and here we are. Okay, well, regular attacks is going to take a while. I have a bad feeling neither fire or ice is going to serve me too brilliantly, but my most powerful technique is a fire technique, so let's just see what Giga Fire does. 3 hits, put the HP into the red. I can finish him off with a regular attack if it doesn't get evaded. And then there's one other Digimon to win against. Well, regular attacks probably would have taken a minimum of 3 or 4. And when I was in the previous area, I did get into a battle with one of these, and that was quite powerful. I'm gonna heal. I don't know if that was a critical hit. I'm hoping that it was, but if it wasn't, then that does quite big damage. If it, was it a critical hit? Okay, it was a critical hit, so it's not as bad as I first feared. It's just, it might not have been a critical hit, and it's like if a regular attack does that much damage, you know, imagine what a critical hit would do, but it wasn't that bad. It was in itself a critical hit. So Offensively, they're not too dangerous. Regular attacks would take a while. Giga Fire, with 3 non-critical hits, is enough to put me within 1 attack of winning against their Digimon, so Giga Fire is my best bet. And I'm relatively pleased with how it served me. That critical hits. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, critical hits are very welcome. Attacks getting evaded, that is pretty much the worst case scenario. Critical hits pretty much means I'm going to be winning with 1 attack, like there, but then attacks getting evaded is going to make battles a lot more difficult, a lot more time consuming, and it's going to be a much more expensive drain on my MP. Now, there might be an item beyond this AOA Trooper, but at the moment my priority is just to make it into the heart of the city, where I then have access to the inn, the city inn, where I am able to rest and save as I please. Got blocked, but it was still a critical hit, so I still managed to do it in 1. If I make it to the heart of the city where I can rest, I can save, I'm gonna feel a lot easier then, I'm gonna feel a lot more at home, and then I can return to this area if I want to battle any of the troopers and go for any of the items that are loitering around. At the moment, though, it's all about just fighting the ones that matter. Fight the ones who are in the way, the ones who I have to win against. The Digimon are different now. But Fire has been serving us well against Machine Digimon, so let's hope it also serves us against Gardramon. Okay, took him out in 1. That was probably a critical hit. And Tankmon, another Machine Digimon. Yeah, well, Fire has served us well against Machine Digimon. It did an excellent job against Datamon. And Gardramon and Tankmon don't look to be giving up much resistance either. Now, I will go through here since there's no one guarding it. 1,000 bits, well, every little helps. Well, I have to confess, this is definitely, you know, going better than I had feared. But I don't want to speak too soon. My HP is under half, and a critical hit could probably do some pretty heavy damage. Oh, I didn't want... that was an accident. I was under the assumption that I would not be faster than them, so I was mashing X, expecting it to be their turn, but actually I had like 2 turns in a row, so I ended up doing my standard attack. That was a waste of time. Having said that though, that was 3 regular hits, so that alone might not have defeated him, so that may have actually worked in my favour. Well, the battle's over and I'm now on to the next stage. And I need to take things one step at a time. Let's not worry about what I did or didn't do. The most important thing is that I defeated the Tankmon and now I'm against the next AOA trooper. And I've almost seen off this Guardromon. My MP is now below half, and I've only beaten a handful of troopers, so you can probably see what I mean about needing to really keep an eye on my MP. So I chose to ignore a couple of battles, and the MP consumption from that, you know, I would probably be in quite a worrying position at the moment. Because it seems that each battle is costing me 2 gigafires, which is 180 MP. And I think it was 2 battles that I chose not to participate in. So that would be an additional 360 MP. That's it does add up. I'm getting less luck with the critical hits. But that aside, these battles are going pretty well. I can't really grumble with, you know, the fact that 3 regular attacks is, you know, putting their HP deep into the red and enabling me to finish them off with just a standard attack. It's a little tricky for me to know what to do because I've got about 5 or 6 minutes left before I would need to end the part. I'm aiming for each part to be about half an hour, so it would seem a bit too early to say, you know, to rest now, you know, to rest and save and call it the end of the part. But then if I carry on, which I am, I'm not really able to do a heck of a lot more before the half an hour is going to be up. Well, I rested, and let's just return and finish off the troopers who I left alone. And then once I take care of these guys, I'll probably oh, paralysis, that could be a problem. Yeah. As I was saying, I would probably just save and rest and end the part. So I probably feel confident enough to go a bit more wild with my MP, because I think there's only 2 battles that I need to win. So I don't really need to preserve my MP for anything, and seeing as I'm paralysed, that's all the more reason to go wild. Well, I'm hopeful that 1 more Gigafire will do it. 2 regular hits, possibly 1 critical hit. But I need to be mindful of my HP as well, because I haven't saved. Yeah, that's done it. $100 bits. Okay, well, the item wasn't worth it, but the amount of experience and money that I'm getting from these battles, I think the battles alone have a reward feeling to them. So even if the items aren't satisfactory, at least I'm getting a nice amount of experience. I've made sure that I'm fully healed ahead of this battle, and it's annoying that Raremon's going first, but at least he didn't use his paralysis attack. And it seems that luck is starting to leave my side. Because critical hits seem to be disappearing, and attacks getting evaded seems to be becoming more frequent. Not to mention that I'm now getting paralysed during battles. Right, this should finish the job. No problem there. I think that was an extreme case of overkill. Hey, my Kotemon's up to level 50. Okay, well, nothing useful, but well, at least the experience has got my Kotemon up to level 50. So, well, in regards to levels, I'm halfway with Kotemon. In regards to the amount of, you know, 50 is effectively half of 99. 99 is the highest level they can go up to. But in regards to the amount of experience required, I am nowhere near halfway, because the more they level up, the more experience they need. It's like the amount of experience that I have gained has been enough to get Kotemon up to level 50, but then if I was to like re-obtain that amount of experience, it's not going to get me up to level 99. It's going to get me up to like level like 60 something or something feeble. Well, I've managed to make it through to this part of the city, having defeated everyone in my path so far. I've rested. I'm now saving. I'll be carrying on with them in the next part, but I do need to be ending here. Thank you for watching and hope you enjoyed.